Good afternoon, good day, whenever you see this. Welcome, everybody. My name is Noah Doherty. I'm the race director for the 42K. Um, Lots of changes to talk about. Obviously, the forest fire closure completely changed all of our plans, and we appreciate you being here to pivot with us and come out and run this race. We still think it's going to be just a super fun, exciting race for you. It's a great mix of everything from steep climbs, steep descents, beautiful flowy single track running downhill, tree cover, open area. It's got it all, views for days. So um, we'll go over a couple things here. I just want to kind of make sure everybody's up to date on what's happening. I know the 42K had a couple question marks last night. I just want to make sure that we're all good. So I'm going to pop up the website and we will start this up. So, okay, starting with tomorrow night, we're going to do pack up pickup again Friday night. If you can make it, great. It's 4 to 7 p.m. That is at the Old County Inn, which is in Pine. It's a great pizza place. They'll have our Mogollon Monster Red IPA on tap, which is a collaboration with AZ Wilderness Brewing, National Forest Foundation, which is helping put together the Highline Restoration Initiative, which is redoing the entire historic Highline Trail, which is a National Register of Historic Trails. Um, it's exciting. It's a trail that is pretty epic, and you'll get to run on it tomorrow. So I think yeah, so that's pack up pickup Friday night. Saturday. Okay, so this is the big thing. It's not a change per se as far as location, big change on the amount of time. So the shuttles. Obviously, before your shuttle was going about 7/10 of a mile. Now with this entire thing closed, your bus ride, excuse me, is going to be 45 minutes. So now going from the old Pine parking lot, which is just south of the Pine Trailhead, which is just south of the town of Pine, you'll park there. We'll have a school bus from Payson Unified, and then we just rented 3 15-passenger vans to also supplement. We're assuming some of you will get dropped off, which we encourage. It's totally fine if you want to get dropped off there. I'll get into the parking over there in just a minute. But the big thing for that is instead of, starting at 6:15, now we're starting first bus will leave at 5:30. Last bus will leave at or last shuttles will leave at 5:45, I think. It's all on the website. You can just double check it. But that's the biggest change because again, it's a 45-minute ride. If you park with us at that spot and have something for the finish, you can bring it on the bus, drop it at the start line, and I'll deliver it to the finish. Make sure when you finish, in case you need like a sweatshirt or something to hang out, in case it takes a little while to get a shuttle back, make sure you're comfortable. Nothing big, something small. If you want to have it, bring it on the bus, leave it at the start line. We'll deliver it to the finish for you. So that's the shuttle situation. Obviously, not the same. However, this keeps the race going. This keeps everybody moving forward, and we're excited about this new course as well. So, course itself, we'll start at the Trailhead 260. If you're getting dropped off, which, like I said, it's fine. If we figure buses are leaving at 5:30, we would say probably avoid the driving in the parking lot around, say, like 6:15 to 6:30. If you can avoid that window, that would be when the bus comes in. And the reason I say that is the parking lot is a small hill, not a super wide road, and then it goes out into a circular parking lot where we'll have our stuff set up, and the immediate trailhead is right there. When the bus is leaving, so they do a loop around the outside of the parking lot, drop off near our stuff, and then continue out. When they go to leave, the the driveway itself is not wide enough for you in a car and the bus to go down, and it causes a traffic jam. The bus can't back up because there's cars behind them trying to get out. There's cars behind you trying to go up. So if you see a big yellow school bus, pause farther down the hill. Everybody else can wait for you too. Very important. These buses can get in and out. It's a single bus. It's a one trip. It's really going to show up around that 6:15 to 6:30 range. We just need to get that person in and out, and then cars can kind of flow through. And it's a similar drop off to what a valet would be, or a cab line. You just pull in, you'll get dropped off, say your goodbyes, grab your bag, and then they'll take off and go. Um, it's working. It's worked in the past for big numbers. We just have to make sure that everybody's paying attention and not blocking traffic and hey, we're all trying to do the same thing, so let's be courteous of everybody else. But around that time, that would be the bus thing. Please, please, please help us out with that to make sure it's smooth for everybody. Um, Once the race starts at 7, of course, you'll be coming in. It'll be daylight, which is also nice as far as parking or getting dropped off. The race starts, you pretty much immediately climb up on the rim. When you get to the top of the rim, you make a hard left onto this rim vista trail. It is gorgeous. It's actually concrete in some of the places because it's a kind of an interpretive, you know, vista trail, like a view trail. So a lot of viewpoints and stuff for people to go and just hike out from parking lots and stuff. We don't normally do this. If you have somebody who drops you off and they wanted to go up to one of these viewpoints and wait for you to run by, I'm totally okay with it. It's usually a great spot in the morning. It's quiet. You can see down to the start line actually at Trailhead 260. So if they want to do that, they're fine. We can't offer any crew or aid or anything, of course. Shouldn't need it. 3 miles in, but they can definitely do that if they want to hop up. And then you'll see the course actually crosses Rim Road. I'll be up there helping with traffic probably, or somebody will. And then you follow it all the way down to Sea Canyon. Sea Canyon is an out and back aid station. Really important you hit this. There'll be signs, of course. It's probably just under half a mile to the little parking lot where the aid is, and then you continue all the way to the top of Sea Canyon. Really great trail. Again, most of it is actually pretty flowy on the climb, and then there's about a mile from say 2 to 3 miles into that climb. It's pretty steep. You'll get a good workout in, but it's tree cover, so it should be great. One other thing, promontory. So this is obviously nothing you've been able to prepare for because it wasn't on your course. But promontory, so once you get to the top of Sea, you have about 3 miles of dirt road and really easy miles. And then you'll come out to the little parking lot at Promontory. We're hoping to have an aid station right there. Otherwise, it'll be a little closer for you. And then you kind of just drop off the rim. There's a small trail that curves down off to the east side, and it's steep. It can be loose. It can be pine coney. It can be pine needly. It's in, believe it or not, the best shape I've ever seen it in the 4 years that we've been doing this race. But if you've never been there, you'd be like, what the heck is this guy talking about? This is insane. So just take your time. It's a short stretch. It's probably a quarter mile to 0.3 or 4 miles of the initial steepness is very short. And then it's steep and on and off with switchbacks for the next, 0.3 or 0.4 miles. So just take your time on this. Don't expect to bomb this downhill and you'll be fine. And again, the views off Promontory View are just incredible. So take time. You have lots of time to do this race. Please enjoy it and enjoy the fact that you're spending the day up on the rim here and seeing places that not a lot of people get to see. Next big thing, when you get over to Horton Spring, this is about 2.5 miles onto the High Line once you get off Promontory. This is where you guys split from the 100-milers. You take a left to go downhill. They take a right to climb a silly steep climb, but you don't have to do that. So at that junction, you cross over a little river with a flat log to walk across as a bridge. You'll see your sign pointing left, their sign pointing right. Now, if you're totally out of water for some reason, the spring is right probably 50 feet past on the 100-mile course. You can go up there, drink water right out of the mountainside. You can see it coming out, and then continue back on your course. And then from there, this is one other thing I really wanted to make sure I mentioned because I was up there yesterday. Horton Creek Trail, which is what you take all the way down to the road, the parking lot, close to your finish. It's a busy trail. There's a little creek that goes up the whole way. Lots of campers, lots of people use this to get up to the spring. It's just a really scenic route. Now, you're going to be potentially bombing this hill. And I want to make sure that everybody knows that this is not your trail. Okay. Like we're sharing the trail just as much as they're sharing the trail. Sometimes it's wide enough for two people. They can go uphill while you're still hammering it downhill. Fine. But if there's any kind of traffic, just please be courteous. We don't want them getting mad at us because we're racing through a area that shouldn't have racing or something like that. So just keep that in mind. On that trail, sometimes there's those, you can go left or right and they both lead to the same place within 50 feet or 100 feet. Sometimes I marked it where you can go either way. Sometimes you'll see both sides. It doesn't matter. But otherwise, just follow those orange and black polka dot ribbons, which is the correct way, orange and black polka dot, or there are some pin flags out there. And if you see a pin flag turning one way or the other, that's the way you need to go. So make sure you follow that so you're not doing extra miles. Last thing on that, when you get to the bottom of the Horton Creek Trail, you'll go through a riverbed and then you pop out at the edge of a campground. This is the Upper Tonto Campground. You're going to curve down the road where everybody else is coming in and out. And then at the very bottom of this, which is, I don't know, 100 yards, not even 50 yards, you're going to come to the pavement and you have to go left. From here, you need to be very careful of oncoming traffic. Again, like I said, it's busy. So when you cross the road to finish your last half mile or so, please be careful crossing. Please be aware of other cars. If you have headphones in, this is the perfect time to take them out and be safe to get into the finish. And then you'll kind of curve into our finished parking lot and then you are done. So those are kind of the things I wanted to make sure I touched on with Horton Springs, the critical turns, promontory, the top, the shuttles, the buses, the finish drop bag if you wanted it. And departing, obviously, with you being farther away, we're looking at a 45-minute drive back to your car. So we have those 3 15-passenger vans that I mentioned, plus one of the school buses is going to stick around for like the meat of the day. We're hoping somewhere like 11 to 5 if we can get them that long. And they'll leave kind of periodically, as hopefully we can fill them up as much as possible before taking off, since it is such a far round trip drive for everybody. So we'll do, say, like, hey, 11:30 first van's leaving, or noon the bus is leaving, or something like that. So we'll make announcements and make sure you get back, but I just want to make sure people know it might be a minute for us to get you back there, but we'll make sure we do it as quickly as we can and make sure you enjoy your race out there. I believe that's everything needed to mention. So again, if you have any questions, we'll be at the packet pickup tomorrow. Oh, you can pick up your packet at the start line Sunday morning. I know this is always a question. Absolutely. We'll have the bibs there Sunday morning, starting usually an hour early. So 6 a.m. You can start picking up your bib 6 a.m. at the start line on Sunday. All right. Again, I know this isn't the course you planned on. I know we all hope to go up and run through Pine and, have that epic finish that Mogollon's kind of become the known for. And it just has to wait for another year. I'm kind of amazed that we were able to pull this off in such short notice. But I'm really stoked to have everybody. And I think you're going to love this course. I think it's going to be super beautiful, possibly more scenic. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. So thank you, everybody. Again, we will see you either tomorrow night or Sunday morning. And signing off. We'll see you soon.